Alright, here we go. Hello! If anyone is watching, I welcome you to my second drawing stream. Hello, hello. In case anyone is watching, which right now I don't see anyone. um, Here I am. I am back. I'm gonna work on something personal tonight, which is really cool. At least to me. It's an idea I came up with, and I want to work on it. At first, I wanted to do a first I wanted to do a request that a friend sent me, but then I realized that I can use this time that I have during the stream to work on something else that I have. Because right now I have a lot of personal and like projects. Weirdly, it's weird how you can go from like no projects to a lot of projects in a very short time. It's all very exciting, and I'm really happy about it. But yeah, things are happening. Anyway, there we go. Yes, works. I always have to check if the software works because, again, as you know, I'm still pretty new at this. So I'm doing a quick spot check. Looks good. Alright. The project I am working on. As you all know, October is nearing. We're almost into October, and as many of you probably know, October is the time that Inktober is happening as well. Inktober is, in case anyone doesn't know, is I guess online drawing challenge issued by a digital artist a couple years ago. And basically, it just means you have to do an ink drawing every day. Can be digital, can be traditional, just has to involve ink somehow. And usually there is an official prompt list that the artist, I think his name is Jake Parker, releases every year. But at this point, the project has kind of taken its, like, has kind of developed an own life, and like basically there are dozens of prompt lists all over the place, and you can either stick to one or you can make your own one. But yeah, basically, I'm trying to get to the point. What I want to do is, I want to do a little BTS comic. I've already written a script for it. It's called It's Heist Time. And yeah. I have this idea which is heavily inspired, or yeah, I guess I can say that, heavily inspired by a friend of mine who did this. Oh god, was it last year? Sorry if I'm saying anything wrong. But basically, she did a comic project where she did one page per day, and so basically at the end of the month you had like a finished little story. And I really like this. And even though the idea of posting every day is terrifying, especially because I have a job and everything's very busy, I really want to try this, especially because I came up with such a cool idea. And I already written a script for it, like, so I try to divvy up my story idea into like 31 parts, because October will have 31 days, so 31 pages. And it actually worked pretty well. And so I guess this is a tiny little spoiler, because I won't be starting the project until next week. Obviously, I will be posting, if everything works out, my planning comes through for me. I will be posting this, I guess, cover image on Thursday, and then I will be posting the first page of the comic on Friday, and so on and so forth. And yeah, we will try this, even though it is terrifying, and I will have to do a lot of planning, and it is definitely a commitment. But yeah, I'm really excited to get this started because, again, I kind of love the idea that I have. But I don't want to spoil too much, but basically I'm just gonna start working on this, and I mean, you can try to guess, guess the plot just from my weird references, but basically it's gonna very shortly gonna be the boys are gonna look for lost objects in their dorms, and they're gonna divide themselves up into teams to see who finds it first. And the objects are headphones, which is why the cover image has all of them sitting on, around, and in front of headphones. And yeah, I'm just gonna start thumbnailing my comic. That's my mission for tonight. Get like maybe 1 page of thumbnails done, based on my script that I have pulled up next to me. Hold up. Sorry, this is a little bit slow tonight. I'm just gonna try to get this set up right. Also, of course, if there are any troubles hearing me, or if the music's too loud, or I'm too loud, or anything at all, anything like technical feedback, please tell me in the chat, or whichever way is good for you, because this is only my second stream because I missed the past 2 weeks because I was on vacation. And yeah, if anything doesn't work or anything is disturbing, then please tell me. Alright, I will be starting soon. Again, sorry for the setup. Alright. So yeah, basically the reason I have this random skyscraper is because I need an exposition shot of the, well, I guess in that case, the dorms that BTS lives in, but obviously I'm not gonna go in an internet search to stalk what their dorms look like, because I feel like that's an invasion of privacy, even if it is public information. So I just looked up a random royalty-free picture of a nice Korean skyscraper, and I'm gonna use it as reference. And there's this really cool feature in Clip Studio where basically you can turn any picture, like any real-life photograph, into a drawing, or something that looks like a drawing, which is great for me because I hate drawing backgrounds and I'm not great at exposition. So there's this handy little trick that I do. And yes, my Clip Studio Paint is German, I'm sorry, but also not, because I am German. And now it kind of looks like a drawing, and I can mess around with the features. At least I thought I could mess around with the features. Why doesn't it let me mess around with it? Oh, that's why. Alright. So it's divided in different layers. Honestly, I think that's enough. This is my panel. Hold up a minute, I'm just gonna figure out how this works. Trying to figure out how this works. Alright. That did not work, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I love it when things don't work out. Oh, alright, I get it. I get it. There we go. Alright, so we have our shot of the building, which I will probably edit a little bit in the meantime, because this obviously doesn't look very... I don't know, we'll see. Alright, sketching. This actual thing that I came here for. We got a nice color, we use some dark, red, yes. And I'm gonna use my very, very rough sketching brush that I use mostly to block out shapes. And I'm gonna go to my script, and it says shot of the building, I got that. And then we have a shot of a slightly open door. Okay, a little bit too rough. I'm just gonna put the door over here again. This is super rough, that's the point. Maybe a little bit. Hold up, wait. I made another sketch brush that I might try out tonight. It's the airbrush that I prepared based on a video I saw. The Clip Studio the Clip Studio Paint YouTube page is actually really good. Has a bunch of nice helpful tutorials. Ah, there you go. Smaller, bigger. Yeah, that works. Actually been experimenting a little bit with Clip Studio Paint functions lately because they have so many functions and there's always something new to learn. But I mean, that's true for any program really. And I'm just now realizing I have no idea how to draw an open door, which is fine. I think I might need an extra panel just to communicate that we are like on the floor and this is an open door that leads into the living room. I don't know. I don't know how exposition works. It's also the first time that I'm doing like a comic that includes like backgrounds and everything. Like backgrounds of their buildings and everything, which obviously I don't have access to, which rightfully so. So I'm gonna have to make up a lot of what dorms look like, which, I mean, honestly, valid. Because again, I don't think we should know what their dorms look like. I feel like they deserve some privacy. Yeah, this kind of looks like an open door. So it's kind of small. That's what you all came for. Drawing an open door. Well, you know. That's part of it too. I know, I feel like this is a little bit nothing. Just thinking, like, if there's a hallway, there should probably be like some, like maybe a little cupboard sitting here next to the living room door. I don't know. Or like some pictures on the wall. That's a good way to exposit a little bit. Bam, cupboard. Very boring. Wait, no, actually, I looked at it before. This is over the floor. Also, I'm gonna clip this to the according panel, which is all the way down. Hello? There it is. Put these. Put this. There you go. But also, I mean, I have to leave space here for the speech bubbles. Which I feel like is one of the most challenging things about like trying to plan comic things is like planning where the speech bubbles are. Because speech bubbles obviously have to take up a significant amount of space so you can read it, but at the same time also can't be too big. So it's, yeah. Yeah, put a sign on the door? I don't know. We're just playing around with ideas here. I don't know what will stick. Also, I feel like it would be weird to put a do not disturb sign on a door that's open. But I don't know, I think that would be funny to have like a group meeting in process sign at the door as like the boys are sitting in the living room of their like, I guess, shared apartment to discuss something. Probably not how it works. Probably not how they do it, but I think it would be funny, so I don't know. So this will say group meeting in progress with like a little heart. Yep, that's how that works. Uh-huh. Don't ask me, I'm just making it up as I go. Also, I feel like the door handle should probably be higher. I really don't know how interior stuff works. I am just now, like in the past couple of weeks, I've been kind of studying up on like how room design and interior design works, just because I was doing some stuff for like my original characters, like what their rooms would look like. And it is definitely different from, well, just, because I'm so used to just drawing people, and I mean that's my strength, and I like doing that, so I don't see anything wrong. But then also realizing that it's actually fun to draw like backgrounds and rooms, especially like if you can just try picturing what certain characters look or a certain like person's room would look like. It's actually really fun, and you can fill it with like lots of little knickknacks. But also you have to consider perspective and all that stuff, and then it kind of gets a little blurry, but it's still cool, and it definitely will get you out of your comfort zone, which, even though I like my comfort zone, I realize it's also a good idea to get out of it, so yeah. It looks like a chemical. This is supposed to be a vase, and I'm gonna put some flowers in there, maybe some tiger lilies, so, you know, reference. And I don't know, I really want to put like a little picture on here, even though I'm pretty sure this will be overshadowed by the speech bubble. But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe putting like a little picture, group picture of them here. This is definitely not what their dorm looks like, and I don't care. I'm not here for accuracy. Vaguely approximate some standing. How do you draw open doors? Like slightly ajar doors. It looks like a sliding door now. You know what? I'm gonna do something brave. I'm just gonna open my own door. Yeah, it's literally just perspective. Does it open to the outside or the inside? That's the real question. I feel like room doors usually open up inside, but I'm not sure. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna let this door open inside just for simplicity reasons. Kind of fucks with my perspective a bit, but you know. Again, this does not have to be accurate, this just has to feel a little bit like, oh yeah, this is an open door leading into a room. That's all I want to convey. Okay, now obviously the sign has to change though, because it does no longer comply with the perspective of the door. I mentioned how much I hate perspective. Good thing is that Clip Studio Paint has a lot of really great perspective ruler and grid features, so I'm good. But like, just for the sketch, I don't want to pull out like huge rulers and everything, because I feel like the sketch should just be off the top of my head. So that's what this is. And I'm gonna put like the correct perspective measures in there later. I also kind of like the contrast between like this huge towering building, and then you have this cute little door opening into this cute little, I don't know. I don't feel it. It already feels like a nice contrast. Okay, I'm just gonna take away some of the layers. It looks a little more vague. Yes. Also saving in between, that does not hurt either. Yeah, that's basically all the first page is gonna be. But now that we have like a very, very rough setup of like the outside shot of the building and then the inside shot, so we know we're in a building, we know we're in a room, like to get a sense of where this is taking place. Now we can draw in text bubble. At least up to approximate where the text bubble should be. And I feel like for simplicity reason, we're gonna go with a different color, purple, because why the fuck not? And we are just gonna draw a shape. Very rough, but that's okay. I'm gonna draw the arm of the speech bubble, is that what you call it? So we know someone in the room is speaking this dialogue, monologue, whatever. Text, words, speech. Because speech bubbles are just like, I feel like it's not talked about enough how like how much brain energy goes into deciding not just how big the speech bubbles are, but where they're placed, so they don't interrupt the flow too much, but also, you know, accurately convey whatever they need to. I think it's a lost art. And I feel like there are some comic artists that are really good at lettering, so like text placement and everything that pertains to it. Those people are wizards. I want to study their magic. Alright, so I blocked out this shape. Now I am thinking of just... I also just realized they could have... Oh well. This is probably not how I'm gonna end up doing it later, but I just had an idea. I'm gonna block out this shape with like an actual shape. I'm gonna choose lighter color. This is rough. Sorry. And I'm gonna make like an actual... Nope. I want a filled circle. What the hell? There we go. There we go. Yes. Should have just done that first and saved the scribbly part, but oh well. Again, I don't think I've ever done like a comic like this. I mean, I've done like little tiny comics, like 2 or 3 pagers, but like not something like this in such an organized fashion too, so there ought to be some missteps and lots of learning. I also feel like I need, you know what I need? I am gonna draw another shape. This time I'm just gonna, yes. Ooh, what the, no. Alright. How to determine the, alright, gotcha. I gotcha. Clip Studio. There we go. Well, it's supposed to be the other way around. Well, let me choose this. Dark purple. Back to the shape. Yeah, there we go. Oh, round edges. That's nice. And then we draw the shape. There we go. So this is actually what this below is supposed to look like, but yeah. And also I drew them on the same layer, which is not really what I was intending, but that's the way it is now. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna separate those two because no, I don't want that. I don't want that. Lasso tool to the rescue. Select this, then Alt X. New layer, Alt B. Yes, I highly personalized and modified my keyboard shortcuts because Alt is easier for me to reach than the Control button. Usually it's like Control C, Control V, Control X, Control Q, but I changed it to Alt because I can. Because keyboard shortcuts really are the most important thing, I realized. I don't know how I survived without like my tiny keyboard before. There we go. Does this look like something? I think this looks like something. Very messy, but again, the sketching and thumbnailing phase where we're allowed to be sketchy and messy, and I'm gonna clean this up later, but before I get this comic started, I want to try to thumbnail out as much as possible, so then I can just like get started with inks and everything. Because if I'm gonna do a page every day, I definitely want to be prepared as much as possible. Because again, I have a job, unfortunately, day job that takes a lot of my time away, which I don't like. I wish I had more time, but you know how it is. So everything I can prepare beforehand, I will prepare beforehand. I am annoying that way. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna put in some preliminary text as well. That's subject to change. I think that makes sense. And because I have a text tool, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to like type, to like scribble it out. I'm just gonna type it. And I already have my text set. Yes. Gonna have to scale it down because this is way too big. Maybe 10? Oh, that's how it looks. Oh wow, that's tiny. Ooh, that's tiny! Those tiny letters! Oh wait. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! What am I doing? Okay. Nope. Sit. There we go. How do I do this? 25 maybe? 25 seems fair. Text tool is kind of weird. I'm just gonna... Okay. One... It's still really big. Scaling it down. Okay. Be gone. Be gone. On the transform it, set it think this is still too big, but you know. One day, one afternoon, at the Bangtan horn. Ding ding ding. Yeah, that works for me. But it, I think it has to be smaller. Like, even with all the changes, I still think it needs to be smaller. Alright. I think that's okay. But now I want to adjust the panel. This little boy. Alt T. And we're just gonna drag it right over there. There you go. I'm thinking, do I like this rounded edge thing? Usually it's not rounded, but I really like rounded edges, but also I feel like if I do rounded edges, I have to be consistent, and I also have to round the panels. Which is an interesting idea now that I think about it. To have like not sharp edged panels, but have them be rounded. Huh. Interesting idea. Can I change this? Hello? There we go. Can I? Probably not. Oh, I can. Alright. No. I'm trying to think if I can turn this into rounded edges after I already did it, but I don't think I can. I think I have to make a new square. Jesus, I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Talking and drawing at the same time is harder than I thought it would be. But it's okay, because we're all learning. And I'm singing for no reason. Okay, how do I actually, what? Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it as for now. Okay, so I'm gonna add another text. Oh. I'm gonna add another layer of text to it. Just with a speech bubble, and then I think we're done for tonight because I don't want to spoil anymore. And yeah, this will be a shorter stream, which I'm sure you're okay with if anyone is listening right now or watching. Okay, so this is gonna be a dialogue. Guys, I called you in. Wait, what did I write down for my dialogue? I actually have to look this up. Ah, alright. Spontaneous group meeting because no problem saying my dialogue out loud. Okay, so spacing. I think this is better. Yeah, that's pretty well. Oops. Just font size here. Because we had, I think, 16 points, so we should be. Yeah, this is still quite small. I think we can size this up a little bit, but also we should be consistent. So I might change things up a little bit. I want to leave a little space because obviously in this shot you can't really tell who's talking because the speech bubble is just leading into a room. But because I want people to know who's talking before it even shows that person, I'm gonna draw like a little teeny tiny head down at the speech bubble so you know, like, aha. This is fun though. This is literally just the roughest of rough sketches, and I'm like, ah, this is happening. I like it. Okay. I'm actually not that crazy about that airbrush, so I'm just gonna go with my other sketch brush. I'm gonna go back to my dark red because I usually like to sketch with color, and then because the inks are most likely gonna be black. There we go. Okay, set this down. Alright. Oh, that's neat. I'm looking outside my window, and I live in an apartment complex, and there's like a little fire pit in our, I guess, courtyard? I don't know what you call it. There's like a little fireplace, and there are people sitting around the fire, and there's like a tiny little campfire happening outside. That's cute. That's nice. Sorry, I just like watching fire. Do I get distracted easily? No. Me never. Oh, look, fire. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think this is as far as we go sketching tonight. So basically, this is a very messy, all over the place thumbnail, preliminary sketch of the first page. I like it. I'm gonna adjust it, obviously, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. I mean, this took like, what, half an hour, which is a good pace for thumbnails. Again, thumbnails are supposed to be quick, and obviously this is also a very simple page with only 2 panels, and obviously pages in the future might have, I don't know, I guess up to like 5 or 6 is like the most panels per page in general, but also in comics you can kind of do whatever you want, but obviously the flow of reading shouldn't be too much, especially if you consider text as well. And me personally, I like pages where there's less, and I'd rather have like more pages with less content than like not as many pages but like a lot of content squished onto it. I feel like that's kind of hard to read for me. So yeah, I like how this looks so far. I'm gonna go back to the title page because yes, I am really excited for this. I really hope I'm gonna be able to finish all of this. Obviously, I can't plan for everything, and I have a lot of other stuff going on as well, but I don't know, I'm so excited. You get that feeling when you have like a really cool project idea and you just want to get started, but obviously you always still have to plan a little ahead. And also because this is my first kind of longer form comic project, I wrote a script and everything beforehand, and I'm already realizing how helpful it is because I literally wrote out, like I had like a little table, schedule, whatever, where I wrote down page 1, page 2, page 3, and then I wrote down what I want to happen on every page, like a rough estimate. And now that I'm drawing, I can adjust. For example, if I have too much text on a page in my script, I can just adjust and maybe turn it from one page into two or whatever, or I can adjust the dialogue. But basically, I've written it out like a short story, and now I just have to draw the actual panels out. But yeah, I'm gonna try the thumbnail ahead as much as possible. So I just have to fill in the inks and like a little bit of color. It's not gonna be full color, obviously, because that is not doable in this time frame for me personally. But I'm gonna have like, it's gonna be similar in style to the title page that I have on the screen right now. So basically red, blue, black, a couple of accents, but yeah, that's basically gonna be it. I'm really excited, in case you still can't tell. And I think this is it for tonight. A little bit of a short one, but also I have to do some other stuff as well, so I'm gonna cut this short a little bit. In case anyone is watching, I hope you enjoyed this little stream. Sorry it was so short. Hopefully the one next week is gonna be longer. Like, I'm trying to stick to like 1 hour approximately, but there might be times when I have to cut it a little bit shorter, or I might go over. Who knows? This is still very new to me. And if you have any feedback, please provide it. If you want to know more or support me or DM me or whatever, you can find me at LeeMagics on Instagram, or you can comment on this live stream, whatever fits you. And yeah, I think this is it for tonight. Thank you so much to anyone who attended, who was just listening, who was watching. I love every single one of you. Thank you for clicking in, checking in. And yeah, see you all next week.